Hello, my name is Ruben, but you can call me Don. Welcome to my channel. So in this channel, whenever I post, I talk about either planners, stationery, or language learning in different kinds of proportions. And I do talk with my hands a lot. I occasionally show my face, okay? But just not today. Okay, just not today. I wanted to make this video in order to do the usual Techo Kaigi of 2025. Namely, the video where people tell you about the planners that they're going to be using, what worked, what didn't, and what changes they have implemented into their planning routine, if there is ever such a thing, or into their planning system. So I'm just going to put this to the side a little bit. I have some paper here for notes, and I'm just gonna get right into it, and I'm gonna show you everything that I'm gonna be using this year for planning, and it's right here. Boom. As you can see, there is a lot of stuff in here, and compared to other setups and other systems that I had throughout the years, you can go over to my playlists and you can watch my previous videos. I must say that 2024 was a very transformational year for me. I started the year following one kind of path, and then sort of halfway through the year, that path pretty much branched out, and I ended up switching careers and finishing a master's and defending my master's thesis, and then switching to this new job and moving in. It was just, there were a lot of changes in my life, and I kind of had to adapt everything, and I had to discard some things and incorporate some others. There were some mistakes, and on today's video I am going to share with you some of my mistakes and also some of my successes, because that's what we're here for. Okay. There is no Hobonichi to be seen on here. There's nothing, no Hobonichis. And that's because I got really carried away with stationery purchases, especially for the past 2 or 3 years, especially I would say 2 years. I've bought a lot of notebooks, way too many notebooks. Back in 2023, when I was signing up for my master's, I was so excited to go back to school, and I just wanted to buy all the notebooks. And I was like, give me all the notebooks, all the highlighters, even though I still had like 55,000 at home. And I just bought way too much stuff. And then I would see a video by someone like Seaweed Kisses. I love her channel, but she is to blame a little bit. But no, eventually I am to blame because I decided. But she kind of influenced me to look at Amazon and the Moleskine outlets and things like this. And so I basically have ended up with an overstock, if that is a word, of Leuchtturms and Moleskines. And I have to find ways to use them before I purchase Hobonichi. So this year I could not justify spending more money on Hobonichi, even though I love the designs and I love everything, and I still like them. But this year, I had to do without them, and hope probably next year maybe as well. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the biggest notebook because I think it's the easiest. And this is a B5 Leuchtturm notebook, and it just contains monthlies and the dot grid pages. So these ones contain 136 pages, and then you have your monthlies. This was a December 2023 to February 2025 planner that I bought for like €5. It's in German. But I repurposed it, and I pretty much rewrote the months. I took some paint markers and I just wrote the months all over, and I've only written the months until April because I don't think it will last me any longer. I use these for work notes, basically, when I'm at work and I'm in the office and I just want to take notes of things that are going on, or, it's just my note-taking notebook. I take it to meetings and so on. And just in case you're curious, this is the, I think, what's the name of this green right now? I can't remember, but maybe it's just green. There's the forest green, but this is the pen loop. How do you feel about pen loops not matching the notebooks? I don't know. I think to me, it just doesn't really matter. This is like a tangerine color. So with this is like the leaf. I'm going to show you these two. And these two are B6 Plus notebooks. And as you can see, they are related to my language learning. So this is the Italian one, and this is the Greek one, as you can see. And I use these because a few months ago I started doing some italki lessons, and it had been so long since I had last been to a lesson and I'd been talking to a teacher and not learning by myself. So it is It is a very exciting change for me, and it keeps me motivated, along with the fact that at my current job, I am able to use both English and Greek, along with Spanish, of course, but you know what's important about Spanish right now when it's my mother tongue, but hey. So I use these two notebooks to take notes of things that we do in the lesson. So rather than a planner, I do take notes of when I have my lessons and so on, but I basically write things that we talk about, okay, in the lessons. For example, things like this. I am going to do a language notebook part 2 because it's one of my most popular videos on the channel, so I won't really elaborate on this right now. But as you can see, it's a smaller size, a B6 Plus, and I find smaller sizes more encouraging because, you know, you fill them up faster. So it gives you that kind of satisfaction, like, ooh, I completed a page, right? Rather than you not being able to fill in a complete A4 page. Another planner I'm using this year for work, in this case, along with this one that I showed you before, is this Kimbor Weeks that I got from AliExpress. So it's similar to the Hobonichi in that it does contain a vertical weekly. Let me show you. Okay, I have a bunch of stickers here, okay, because we're going to the office, but we're still gonna be colorful, okay? And then it has the months, just like this, the months, just like this. And after that, you have, it goes from January to December. There are no extra months. You have this page, which is like a year overview. I still don't know how I'm going to use it. It also has, sorry, because I kind of skipped it, one sec. And it also has these ones. So you have these, people use these as trackers normally, and I may do that, but right now, you know, it's the 6th of January, so I don't know where I'm headed in this regard. I don't know how I'm going to be using them. And as far as the weekly layouts, they are like this. So they are pretty much like Hobonichi style or Kokuyo, Jibun Techo style. So they can remind you of that. And basically, I haven't done much decorating. Whenever a new month starts, I've been putting stickers, like little surprises. Okay, both of these are cats, but not all of them are. And then after that, this planner contains like 60 pages of notes, I think. Yeah, 64 pages of notes, or notes pages. And yeah, I mean, together with that, I've put this Animal Crossing pencil board from Hobonichi that I am reusing. I loved this collection. This is the only thing I bought because I mostly buy pencil boards because I don't want to buy 25,000 covers because I have no space and I cannot really justify them. So whenever there are some interesting collections, I do like to buy pencil boards. I think many of you will be on the same boat. Okay? I don't know why I'm saying okay so much. Maybe it's just like the remnant of when I was working as a teacher and I was talking to students and I was like, okay, right, all the time. I do apologize for that profusely. Let's talk about these three. And oh, well, turns out it's giving French flag. It's giving bonjour à tous, bienvenue sur ma chaîne. Aujourd'hui, je veux parler de me... No, it's not gonna be French. I mean, I just would like to apologize to any French speakers right now, because, you know, I think I could make a whole video about my relationship with the French language and how I learned so much, lost so much, and now I just feel like my 55 neurons that I have, they just fight each other. They just fight one another whenever I try to speak, and it's like a blue screen of death in my mind, and I just get so blocked. So anyway, so you're gonna see this one says 2024 and this one says 2022, and this goes to show you how much stuff I had been buying and not using. So I bought this one in 2021. It's a Midori MD, one day, one page, and basically I stopped using it in January 2022. I put it away, and I never used it again, which is lovely. So I mainly took, again, I repurposed the calendars with Posca markers. I covered the days and I rearranged them, and I'm just doing that. I'm gonna see, because this is more, it's not so much a planner as it's kind of like a brain dump, or like a life Bible. I don't know what to call it. Life Bible sounds too scholarly. I don't know. But I just like to it's like a brain dump page. So I'll write the date, and then in different colors I might write things that I think of, or things I would like to buy, or things that I spend, or things I spend my money on, or just a bit of everything. I kind of dump all my ideas in here, because it is it is very chunky. I really like the paper quality, and I just felt that I had to give it some use because it cannot be sitting on the shelf any longer. So this is like my brain dump kind of situation. So there we go. And then there's this 2024 one, which goes, yeah, I think it's just from January to December, and it's a daily Moleskine. So in this one, I haven't really written much yet, and I haven't modified these. I haven't done anything with this kind of thing, and I'm basically using this one as a more of a creative brain dump. So if I still participate or collaborate in some kind of creative projects, or some kind of publishing projects that I was doing before, and whenever I do something related to that, I use this one. And what I do basically is I white out the dates, and I just put the correct months and the correct dates, and I keep writing and taking my notes. So there's not that much to say because it's January and I'm starting this new system. Last but not least, we have to talk about this one. I showed it to you, I think, in a short, and it's a Leuchtturm again. It's one of these 18-month Leuchtturms, or 16. They go from July. Yeah, they go from July to... Yeah, one sec. They go from July 2024 to December of 2025. And this looked great on paper. I started this new job in June, and I wanted to get right into planning in a different planner because I had been using the one for my master's, and I didn't want to mix things, especially because the one I had been using for my master's was an academic one from Muji, and it finished around September. So I wanted something new. And I ran and I bought this one, and I put this lovely sticker, which, and I really appreciate this illustrator. Her name is Micho Pocho. I will leave her link below. And for some reason, I was just not using it. So this one is sitting on the shelf. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's just shitting on the shelf. Shitting on the self is what we do sometimes. We shit on the self. We are so critical of ourselves. The monthlies look like this, and then it has no calendar. It has no monthly view like the Kimbor had, and it's more of a Gantt chart. It does have this kind of, it's like a Gantt chart for project planning and things like this. I like this, but I wasn't able to use it. I wasn't able to use it because I had some other digital tools and I never really got into it. And I feel kind of guilty that I bought it. But at some point I'll find a way to use it. And if not, I'll just ask you or something. And the weekly, it looks just like this. It's very normal. I personally don't mind the Saturday and Sunday because I was using it for work. So my weekends are for me. They're personal time. So I'm not really pressed about that because I do know some people don't like this because they want to do their whole week in planning. It's a Monday start as well. My brain cannot work with Sunday starts. I had a planner from the Korean brand, this Iconic. I love their planners, but I cannot deal with Sunday starts, and that's why I don't buy them. This is the sky blue color, by the way, in case you would like to know. In terms of how I do my planning, I have this piece of paper here, this notebook, again from Muji because I really like Muji. I don't really do much, to be honest. I just write the date, and I use the normal bullet journal keys. So I'll write the date in whichever format. So let's just say, for example, today is the 6th of January. Okay, so sometimes I'll do it like this. Sometimes I'll do it like this. Sometimes I'll do it in the language. So the language that I'm studying or whatever. So I'll just do it in different ways. And basically what I do is a bunch of dots. If it's started, I do this. And then if it's completed, I do this, or I do this. If it's migrated, a note, something to research, something important, or like this. So I try not to spend a lot of time on the aesthetics of what I'm doing, on the art part of it, even though there are times and days and moments in which I like to get a bit more creative. But overall, I'll just take different colors to work and I'll write in different colors and things like that, but I try not to make it too artistic. I prioritize things being neat. It is true that for some people, there's beauty in that simplicity. So if you are one of those people, I appreciate your outlook. But I feel like at this point, I'm 35 years old and I've been through all the stages. I still have washi tapes that I bought in 2016. I still have the first Tombow markers that I bought in Madrid when it was not possible to find them in my area. I still have all that. So I'm just trying to simplify things and to streamline things a little bit. And this is what's working for me right now. But as I said, there will be a Language Notebooks Part 2 at some point this year, okay? At some point this year. There was a user making fun of me. Like 2 videos in a year, yes. So, okay, I'm doing my first video of the year in January, okay? There will be others. Don't hold your breath, but there will be others, okay? And just I'm closing off this video with this, let this be a lesson for all of you. Don't rush things when buying planners. Don't rush things. They're gonna wait for you because adulthood is hard and expensive. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what planners you'll be using next year, how you feel about how your planning system has evolved, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourself, please, and be well. It makes me sound like Chubby Emu or Elizabeth Sparkle in The Substance. But, take care and stay hydrated. Bye.